travelers, it's Ruby, and today we're going to be talking Vegas. I've been to Vegas plenty of times, and I have a lot of tips to tell you. So without further ado, here are 10 mistakes to avoid when in Las Vegas for 2019. Number 1. Okay, when you're arriving, guys, the very first thing you're going to do is right when you get in the airport. A lot of people are going to make an exit and go right over to the taxis, but I'm going to tell you, avoid that. Do not go use a taxi. Everybody talks about long hauling and how tell your driver to go this way or that way, and honestly, it can get really confusing. We say skip that altogether. If you go the opposite direction and go up to the second story of the parking garage is an Uber pickup, and you can get an Uber to your destination. Uber's got a set fee, so you already know what you're going to spend. Or, if you're like us and you really want to do Vegas in style, you should go ahead and just book yourself limo service to and from the airport. It's honestly not that expensive, especially if you're going to be splitting amongst a group of people, and you're going to have complimentary champagne. You get greeted right at the door. There's a cool guy that holds your name up in a little sign. You feel like a VIP. You feel really special. It's a great way to land in Vegas in style. So either take an Uber, take a limo, do not take a taxi. Number 2, do not stay off strip. I see so many lists where they say, avoid those stupid fees, don't stay on strip, don't get waxed by those hotels. And I'm telling you, this is horrible advice. We've stayed at a couple hotels on strip. Our favorite is the Delano, which is the all suite at Mandalay Bay. A lot of these hotels are honestly pretty affordable. The Excalibur, Luxor, some of these are as low as $40 a night. And yes, there is a resort fee. It's like $20 a night. It's nothing big. Just add that onto the cost of the room. You can split a room with 4 people and do it really reasonably, and you're right in the action. People don't realize how far the strip is and how big it is. And when you stay off strip, you're going to end up spending more money on Ubers or taxis than you would have if you'd have just stayed on strip and paid those fees. You also are going to have all the entertainment, food, and gambling right in your hotel. You're going to have a much better experience. A lot of my tips on this list are going to be about, not being afraid to spend that money or not being afraid to do the best experience you can. And I'm telling you guys, do not stay off strip. That's a huge mistake. If you're in Vegas, you need to be on strip, unless you're going to Fremont. But that's a whole nother video for a whole nother time. All right, number 3, guys, is the timeshare trap. This may sound familiar to some of you if you travel a lot, and for others of you, you're going to be really surprised. You're going to be in a hotel gambling, or you're going to be walking the strip, and someone's going to come up to you and say, "Hi, I'd like to talk to you about getting free show tickets." I've seen people fall for this trap time and time again. Listen, if a deal sounds too good to be true, it probably is. The timeshare trap is where someone's going to say, "Hey, if you just come and watch this presentation, and then you're going to get free show tickets." Now, Cirque du Soleil tickets or other tickets can cost upwards of $100. So you think, "Oh, cool, I just watch a presentation, and bam, I'm going to be getting free show tickets." Wrong. This is a timeshare trap. What they're going to do is make you sit through a 3-4-hour sometimes presentation because people are too polite to get up and leave, and they take up all the time on your vacation. Yes, you get show tickets, but you also just wasted 4 hours out of your day. It's not worth it. If you want some cheap show tickets, go to one of those kiosks on strip. They're called Tix for Tonight. A lot of the times they're going to have all the unsold tickets from the shows for those evenings, and you'll be able to get a huge discount. If you want a Cirque show, try that. It's a quick way to go and look. Otherwise, I think they're all well worth the entertainment. All right, number 4, street hustlers. So this kind of goes along with that tip. Essentially, if anyone on the strip comes up to you and says, "Hey, how long are you here for? When are you staying till?" your answer should always be, "We leave tonight." It's the politest way to get them to just leave you alone. If you even answer, they're gonna follow you. I'm a sucker for this. I'm from the Midwest, and I'm very guilty of always wanting to be polite and answer someone when they talk to me. Kind of like those people that are walking around in the mall and they try to hand you free samples because they want to get you to your kiosk. You just have to keep walking. Street hustlers are just the same. You're going to see a guy in one of those costumes, and they're trying to take pictures with you, Bumblebee and Spider-Man. And that's fine if you want to take pictures with them, but they do want a tip. You need to pay them a tip. I actually had a guy come up to me and say, free CDs, free CDs. I naturally took one. Thank you. I walk away. He comes following me. Hey, I'll autograph for $5. And I go, "Oh, no, thank you, no." And he goes, "Oh, give it back then." It's not a free CD, you guys. They're trying to get money. They're trying to take your money. Don't take anything from anybody, even those slapper naked lady cards, as funny as they are. Don't take anything from anybody. You're just going to end up stuck having somebody following you, somebody bothering you. It's not worth it. Avoid all these scams. These are all scams. Okay, number 5, don't overplan. This is me. I'm guilty of this. If you're me, listen up. You are going to see all these lists. Things to do in Vegas. Do this in Vegas. Go here in Vegas. Eat here in Vegas. It's overwhelming. There is so much to do, which is why I think it makes a great repeat trip. But that being said, you can overplan yourself. I'm one of those who finds myself trying to plan, we're going to go here for breakfast, we're going to go here for lunch, we're going to go here for dinner, we're going to get a drink here, we're going to stop here and see this. I'm telling you, you're not going to be able to do it all, and you're going to get overwhelmed. And then you're going to feel like you miss out. Pick a couple of things that you really want to do on your trip depending on stay. Maybe make sure you have one thing planned, like, okay, this is the night that we're going to the nightclub. Or, hey, this was a pool day that we planned. Plan that out and go around your trip from there, because there's so much to do and see and run into. I promise you're not going to be bored if you don't plan too much, but make sure you pick 1 or 2 things you really want to see and do. Okay, guys, we're coming in at number 6. And this is going to talk about going out at night, going to the nightclubs. Now, if you are somebody who likes to go out at night, and this is going to be the perfect place for you and the perfect tip for you. A lot of people get those nightclub tickets where it's free entry and 2 free drinks. And you think, oh my gosh, awesome, we're going to have a free, cheap night. Wrong. When you go to a nightclub, the best way to enjoy yourself is going to be to book a table. Now, some of you might want to click out of here already. You're like, I don't have the money for that. I get it, but listen up. When you walk into the club, it is packed, body to body. They are packed. These are super popular destinations to go and party. You're going to have a hard time getting those 2 free drinks. Once those are gone, your drinks are going to cost $20 to $30 a pop. I'm not kidding. Table service is going to run you anywhere from maybe $300 to $500 for a bottle, which sounds crazy, but you're booking prime real estate. Split that amongst 4 people, 5 people, 6 people. You're going to have a designated space for the entire night, a table where you get to sit. You can dance around your table without people bumping you, bothering you, touching you. It's just the best way to enjoy the night. Ladies, if you're a huge group of ladies, I'm not going to lie, go find a promoter and you might be able to get a table for free. Guys, you're going to have to pay. Sorry, it's just how this goes. But I can't recommend enough. If you're trying to go out for the nightclub, booking a table is the best. Even better, another side tip, book a table at a day club. Those are a blast. All right, guys, number 7 is going to be free entertainment. So a lot of my tips so far have been spend the extra money, spend the extra money. And you guys are thinking, Ruby, I don't want to spend all this money. I thought this trip was going to be kind of affordable. And it can be. It just depends on how you do it. Now, what we like to do in Vegas is a lot of our money is going to be spent at night. We're going to be gambling, we're going to be drinking, we're going to be partying. During the day, we like to keep things chill and keep things cheap. There is so much free entertainment to do. First of all, if you're staying on the Strip, you got that pool right there, and there are some really, really nice pools. Go look up a Mandalay Bay's pool area. You're going to be shocked. But if you're not going to be at the pool and you want to go walk around and sightsee, there's tons and tons of free entertainment. Everybody knows the Bellagio fountains, which is like a huge fountain show. It goes on every 15 minutes, and they are awesome. But if you go inside the Bellagio, there's the Bellagio Conservatory, which is a different garden show display that they do every season, and they are gorgeous. It's really easy to spend 15 minutes in there taking pictures and looking at all the beautiful sights. In Caesar's Palace, you're going to see the Atlantis show. These really crazy Disney animatronic type things come out of the ground, and they do this big booming show where they talk about Atlantis and choosing an heir, and I don't even know what's going on most of the time. Usually I have a drink in my hand, but there's fire, there's water. It's a really exciting little 15-20 minute show to go watch. All the hotels have something cool and interesting going on in them. Just going and looking in the hotels is free entertainment in itself. It's called hotel watching, and you just go in. All of their lobbies are out of this world. It really is adult Disneyland. There is so much theming. There is so much to see and do. You can walk up and down the Strip for hours and get free entertainment everywhere you go, and you don't have to spend a dime. Alright guys, and my last 3 tips coming in are gonna be about gambling. If you're not a gambler, that's okay. Although I have to say, if you're not a gambler or a drinker, it's kind of what Vegas is all about. It's not called Sin City for nothing. But my number 8 tip is going to be gambling and setting a budget. A lot of people, when they gamble, don't necessarily have a budget in mind, and that is a bad idea. First of all, make sure you know how much you're willing to lose, because yes, you can and probably will lose. Gambling is a loser's game. You can win, and we have won. We have hit it good in Vegas. Sometimes we win, sometimes we lose, sometimes we break even, but we always have a budget of here is what I am going to spend. Some people do the envelope trick where they pull out money and put them in different envelopes, and then that night, that's the money they have to spend. I just have one big lump sum where I say I'm gambling this. When it's gone, it's gone. A lot of people suggest not drinking while they're out gambling because they might be more likely to spend too much. I kind of have to have a drink if I'm going to gamble any money because it's just too risky in my opinion. But setting that budget and know what you're going to do is a great idea. Oh, and please avoid the casino ATMs. The fee is like $12 or something outrageous. Do not fall into that. Get your money somewhere else. Oh my gosh. Go to Walgreens and buy a bottle of water and take cash out. Number 9, My Vegas. So this goes along with gambling a little bit. This is going to be a great way to get yourself free stuff or coupons. This is something you want to do. And all this is a free gambling app. So My Vegas is for all the Mlife properties. I can probably do a whole video on My Vegas if you guys are interested. Leave a comment below. But essentially what this is you're going to get fake money that you're going to fake gamble with, and you accrue points for how much you're fake gambling. Once you've got all these points or coins, you can use those to get coupons. We have eaten a buy one get one free breakfast for an entire trip, 4 days, for free by just playing this app. We've also gotten free drinks. We've gotten free show tickets. There are things you can get on here that is going to save you a ton of money, and all you have to do is just fake play a slot. It's a lot of fun. It's easy. Do this before your trip. Like I said, if you guys want to hear more about My Vegas, let me know in the comments. And our last tip, maybe one of the most important in my opinion, if you're going to do a repeat trip, is Players Club cards. You guys are going to need a Players Club card. All this means is that, well, first of all, before you booked your hotel on Strip, because you're going to book on Strip, right? As I said, you should register for an account, either Mlife for the MGM properties or Caesars or whatever card you're going to use. Whatever hotel you're going to stay in, you're going to register with them at their hotel. You do it on their website. It's very easy. You're automatically going to get 20% off your room if you do this. First of all, that's why this is so important. And our last tip. But second of all, you're now tracked in their system. They now know that you're in their casino and you're spending money. Once you've registered online, you're going to go to the Mlife desk when you arrive, or the Caesars desk, or whatever hotel you're staying in. You're going to hand them your ID, and they're going to print you out a shiny new player's card. Enter this card anytime you use a slot. Hand them this card anytime you eat on property. Use it everywhere you go. They're going to track that you're spending money with their resort. And guess what? You're going to get offered free stays. We've been offered a free stay every time, ever since we've been going. I can't speak for the other properties, but I know Mlife for sure has offered us free stays just for being gamblers and just for gambling in their properties and using their hotels. You need them to keep track of where you're at and what you're spending. So I highly, highly recommend getting a player's card. Should be the first thing you do after getting all your plans organized, of course. Okay guys, and that is the 10 mistakes to avoid when in Las Vegas 2019. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Give it a like and subscribe to Ruby Travels. Thanks so much. See you in the next one.